What is going on, guys? Miles here, and in this video we'll be taking a look at 3 new weapons which were added in a new event for Call of Duty World War II, and in this video I'll be showing you guys the best way to unlock them. So yesterday a new event began on COD World War II called the Liberty Strike, and it's based around the 4th of July and it lasts all the way until July the 24th, so it's just over a 3-week long event, and with it 3 new weapons were added into the game, and I'll give you guys a quick rundown. We have the AVS-36, which is a fully auto assault rifle which has pretty good damage but a fairly low rate of fire. We have the Lisle, which is a sniper rifle which has a built-in suppressor which is pretty damn interesting, and we also have the push daggers, which are a melee weapon which isn't so interesting in my opinion. If we head over to the collections, we can see the price of these weapons in terms of the armory credits. The AVS costs 24,300 armory credits. The Lisle, or the Lisle, I don't know exactly how you say it, costs a bit less. It costs 23,150. And finally, the push daggers are fairly cheap, as you would expect, and they cost 14,050 armory credits. So, how to go about actually getting these weapons? Well, if you guys take a look at the collections, you'll realise the AVS-36 is the only one of these DLC weapons which is actually listed under the Liberty Strike category of the collections, whereas the Lisle and the push daggers are actually listed under the Operation Overlord, and this means you should basically prioritise getting the AVS over the other weapons, because you only have until July the 24th to get the AVS through the collections, whereas for the Lisle and the push daggers, you have an unlimited amount of time. As for how to get the AVS, I'm going to use a strategy this time which I found was really useful during the last event, which was based around the undead theme. Basically, straight away you want to buy everything which is cheap in the collections for the Liberty Strike, whether it's for the AVS collection or any other item in the Liberty Strike area. You want to buy all of the cheap items. Now, I would personally recommend buying everything which costs under 1,000 armory credits right away, and that will set you back about 9,000 armory credits. And this is fairly expensive, I know, but you're kind of spending armory credits to save armory credits later on in the event, and as a bonus you're going to get all of the items in the Liberty Strike collection and not just the AVS, so I would definitely recommend buying everything which is under 1,000 armory credits, but if you don't have a lot saved up you can go for like under 500 or something like that. So once you've bought all of those cheap items, you basically want to farm as many supply drops as you can during this event duration. Open up all of your common and rare supply drops in hopes of getting those more expensive items in the collections, but if you see any Liberty Strike bribe supply drops, you want to try and get them as soon as possible, but make sure you don't open them when you do unlock them. You can often find a Liberty bribe supply drop either in the daily or weekly orders, and sometimes there might be a bundle of them in the special orders. I know for the undead event they were giving away batches of 5 undead bribe supply drops, so hopefully they'll do the same thing for this event, which will help you out a ton. So you want to save up about 10 to 15 of these bribe supply drops before the event ends, and you want to open them when there's only around 1 or 2 days left on the event, because the way these bribe supply drops work is basically they'll give you an item from the Liberty Strike pool which you don't already have. So if you've bought all of the cheap items, like I said earlier, then this bribe supply drop is going to be forced to give you a really expensive item, and that will save you an absolute crap ton of armory credits. This method was insanely useful for the undead event, and it allowed me to get the PTRS, the Nambu Type 2, as well as the Fire Axe, and overall I believe I saved like over 25,000 armory credits by doing this method. As for getting the Lisle as well as the push daggers, there isn't really an easy approach to getting these because they aren't based around the Liberty Strike event itself, so if you have a Liberty Strike bribe then you're not actually going to get any items for the Lisle or the push daggers, but on the plus side you do have an unlimited amount of time to get these weapons, so if you just save up a ton of supply drops and armory credits then eventually you can get them. Also be sure to keep an eye out for contracts, because every week or so Sledgehammer Games put a DLC weapon in the contracts and they're fairly easy to get, so maybe one day the Lisle or the AVS or even the push daggers could appear in these contracts, so I'll try and keep you guys updated if this happens. But there we have it, that is my strategy on how to get all of the new weapons in the new Liberty Strike event for Call of Duty World War II multiplayer. Hopefully you guys found this video useful. If you did, leave a like and subscribe to the channel for more Call of Duty, but I'll see you guys in another video.